further ado, air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Let's see, this one wanted to come out, but it didn't. Experience great adversity. So you may be coming to this reading or aligning here after you have experienced great adversity. You may be someone in life who always experiences great adversity, no matter what it is that you do. So now we have observing you from afar, heavy, in order to know you better and offer you a pleasant surprise. That's one of the more acceptable remote viewing messages that I have in my card deck here. They are looking out for you because they know that you have experienced great adversity, and they want you to know that you are so much more than any adversity that you have faced or will. They want to take you outside of that adversity to let you know that being different is not a bad thing. Being different shows others that it's okay to be different or to experience adversity in a certain regard. This means that someone wants to get to know you better and deeper because they have a surprise to offer you. So a surprise is going to be on its way because it says so right away in this card. So now we have, and I went to throw it. I don't know why that happened. Elevated and joyous. So make sure you are in the highest vantage point of love and that you perceive things from that perspective, as well that you are doing what is required and necessary to elevate yourself to remain in that joyous energy. When we lean in on gratitude, like honestly, with our whole entirety and being, that's also a catalyst to allow for lighthearted, free-flowing energy and to remain in joy. Ooh, I knew this was going to come up. I can't wait to journey, study, and explore you, to get to know you and love you better. So that's also a reason why this person is remote viewing you. They want to come in on the correct vibrational frequency and meet and reach you where you're at. Now we have secret admirer, or someone with hidden emotions who never openly express them. So this person is somebody that is already in your field, or if not, they will be in the next 2-week time frame, completely shielded and protected from bullshit. So if you've been experiencing this great adversity and you're like, I don't have the bandwidth or the energy to deal with one more flippin' thing, this person's not going to come in with that energy. They're on a different vibe than maybe what it is that you have experienced in life and in love. So let's see what else. Okay, so this is speaking about sexual frustration, sexual healing. That may be for one or both of you. What I'm feeling is more so that it may be for the person and their energy coming in through this reading. But that does offer healing in so many beautiful ways, most especially when you are truly aligned by the divine. Now we have, damn baby, from your head to your toes, you're out of control. You got it going on in more ways than you know. So this person wants you to know that they love your physicality. Obviously, the sexual frustration, sexual energy came in. They're having fantasies about you. So if you've been feeling a pull on your energy, that's why. Meet and reach me where I'm at. So they have to be doing the inner necessary work that is required. They cannot expect to have the extended version of you without doing, their own introspection to understand themselves and move from the shadow into the light. Yes, you will be held and carried in softness. That's beautiful. I love that message. And it doesn't come up in every reading, though when it comes up, it does mean that. Maybe you have been dealing with people and their shadiness, and this person's going to come in and they're like, no, I'm not even going to allow for someone to make a remark to where they could be joking about you and make you feel less than or inadequate in my presence. And if it occurs, they're going to be checked right away because they know of everyone who has come against you, and even the karmic energies at this time may be fueling your success. The card hasn't come out for any of my elements, but it is what I am feeling. And if I am feeling something, I will speak on it because it will align with one or more of you here. So now we have careful consideration. Be mindful to use discernment. When I speak about meditating and praying on messages and readings received, you may also do that in regards to connections with people, what it is that you are growing through in your healing and growth journey. At any time, if something feels off, you can feel that in the physicality of yourself. You will feel pressure, you will feel resistance, you will feel as though someone's not being honest and open with you. We have blank canvas vibes. This person may want to come in and wipe the slate clean and start completely new. But this may also indicate that you or them may be an artist as well. They may want to color your life happy or have you color their life happy. They may be experiencing a new beginning in their life and they want to bring you along. This may mean that the next chapter of life will be written by both of you. Only take what resonates and pertains to your specific situation. I'm going to see if we can just get, oh boy. Wow. That was a lot that came out. But they did come out in sections. And this one message here says, don't make any rash decisions. Take your time and use discernment on who and what to trust. So that's coming through for a reason. And then these didn't come out, like they didn't flip over or come out, but they're showing up so that I can show them to you. Lead and love, but stand strong on your convictions. So make sure that you honor, respect, and trust the vision that you have for yourself, for your life, and in terms of love. So these two came out together, leaving the overwhelm, knowing you can handle anything. This was actually a message I wanted to speak about with the earth signs, and it was right on the tip of my tongue. It actually came into my mind's eye as I was waking up in that meditative state. But when I went to speak about it in the reading, the message completely left me. So if you've been feeling anxiety and overwhelmed because of the adversity that you have been challenged with and have had to face and overcome, you're going to be leaving that. That energy is not going to continue evolving and being like the central core of how you operate from. The energy right now is a little bit wonky and intense, but when we leave even this retrograde and full moon time period, that overwhelm will slowly dissipate with that as well. So that might not be in the next 2-week time frame, but that is what you will be leading into. Do again, take what applies. Now we have automatic aura, illumination, magnetic. So this person feels like you have an electric, illuminating, magnetic aura. And automatic, that is just who you are. That is the divine essence of the embodiment that flows through you. So now we have, and there's several more messages here than what I had anticipated receiving. But For the first signs, it was a 43-minute reading video. And I want to honor each of the signs that comes out here and try to do around about the same length of video. I don't know if I said this already or not, but dress up, and show out. So if you've been in hermit mode, or you've kind of just been doing things on your own because of the adversity that you have experienced, and you can't take one more thing from anyone external to you, dress up, and show out, and do not give an F. Live life unapologetically in the fullness of who it is that you are. And if people can't handle your light, they can put on a pair of shades, they can ingest you in bite-sized pieces, or better yet, they can leave your energy field awareness and life altogether. If someone doesn't have your best interest at heart, what are they doing in your energy field anyway? Why are they investing and consuming their time on you when they could be doing that for their healing and growth journey and process? So now we have early to late 20s to 30s. If that doesn't align with you, that may, with this divine counterpart or someone external to you that is in your energy field. Do be mindful. We always have more than one person in our energy field, right? We have our family that we grew up with. We have family that we make for ourselves. We have our friends. We have co-workers. We have people from the past that come back in. And due to it being a retrograde, that may be a common theme. So now we have 7-8 Leo, July 23rd to August 22nd. This time frame, season, or zodiac may align with another individual. On the back of the card, the 7 aligns in tarot with the energy of reflection, internal work, and perseverance. The number 8, action, movement, mastery, and personal power. So you're going to be moving again out of that overwhelm, that anxiety, that uncertainty into mastery and personal power. But before then, of course, we need to lean in on reflection and the internal work to have an understanding of where it is that we are coming from and what it is that we would like to manifest for ourselves. If we are manifesting from a place or a state of lack, we are capping ourselves off and limiting ourselves to what it is that we truly wish, want, hope, and desire. So do be mindful that you are in this elevated and joyous energy. Either way, you are completely shielded from any bullshit. The divine has your back at all times, okay? So now we have spontaneous energy, self-motivation. You may be feeling at this time that fiery energy of the full moon, and even the Cancerian energy that is circulating around as well, the Capricorn energy of the retrograde. You're going to find yourself spontaneously motivated, and instead of leaning in on, again, that adversity, uncertainty, fear, anxiety, how can you channel the energy? Because it is intense. It will be intense. Over the next 2 weeks, it's going to be a little bit of wonky energy. Sometimes we're going to be feeling ungrounded within ourselves and our connections and even what it is that we are doing. It does serve as a beautiful way to have that introspection and even like a reevaluation of where our energy signature is currently and what we truly are manifesting. The entire process of the manifestation requires you to be elevated and joyous throughout the entirety. So that's also something that may be coming up. Say I'm the one, because baby, you're a 10. Real and pretend. This love is the real thing. Ooh. So these are lyrics from Sure Thing by Miguel. There may be aligning messages in this song if you care to look up the lyrics and dive a little deeper. Now we have, oh, why was this? Okay, hold up. Okay. Life and love are messy and unpredictable. There is no rule book, and that's absolute facts. As well, we are conditioned to a jaded perception and wear a false mask due to societal conditioning, ancestral, generational cycles, karmic things, um, what it is that we have experienced as far as abandonment and rejection, persecution, humiliation. Sometimes these things span lifetimes. We're not even exactly sure where they are rooted from or how to begin processing or overcoming. Life and love are messy. People are messy. That is life, right? But regardless, this person wants to meet and reach you where you're at. And they've been doing their homework as far as a remote viewing to see where it is that you are and to have the cognitive awareness as to how to approach you. So now we have shine your light so brightly that it blinds people and do so unapologetically. I spoke about that. I don't want to be too redundant, but that is a clarifying and validating message for that. Stuck in fight or flight due to living in survival mode. So this person may have all of these thoughts. They may have loving vibes towards you, but at this current time or even over the next 2 week time frame, either for you or someone else, you will feel, or they, as though you are stuck in fight or flight mode. That's what I'm saying. Like this intensity of the energy that is going to be circulating in the collective might be overwhelming, and we may feel as though we are in survival mode. But do remember that when you leave this, you will be moving into thriving energy. Now we have electric chemistry, undeniable, inexplainable, and unforgettable. This message continues to come up in my readings, and in fact, I did have it for the earth signs, but this is that red thread of fate from soul to soul and heart to heart that spans lifetimes, that continues evolving with one another. You're perfect, and there's not one thing this person would ever change about you except having you to themselves. So you are in a state of separation, or you haven't come into union yet with this person. I'm hoping, like, we got the early to late 20s to 30s. I don't see any zodiac signs that came through here, but I'm hoping that we can get at least one to know of a thread of energy that's in your field out of nowhere. So this person may have low-key love for you, and out of nowhere, they're going to tell you. They're going to come in with a confession or an apology. That's what I'm feeling. But this person may just come into your life or into your awareness or energy field out of nowhere, like out of the blue. And you're like, what? Where did you come from? Right? Now we have radical choice and decision to trust in new beginnings, to try something different. So this person may be coming in on new energy. They may have something new that they want to experience with you, or this may just indicate that there is something new that will be coming in your horizon over these next 2 weeks. Again, and maybe this person out of nowhere that you have to make a radical decision to trust in new beginnings. And that may be a new beginning with a person from the past. I did want to also mention that there was a reading, I believe I did yesterday, and it was so like challenging to get zodiac signs, physical features, or even ages. It was like this person was holding their cards close to their chest. Okay, so now I do see that we did get Leo here. I do apologize. I forgot. But this person that's coming in out of nowhere may be this Leo zodiac sign. We do have 9-year cycles are finally completing. And it goes even further than that. There are like 800-year cycles that have been closing and coming to completion as well. We are also, some of us, here to be the generational change for our bloodline. So that shit is heavy and runs deep, sometimes deeper than we're even aware. But due to the fact that these cycles are coming to completion, and that I had spoken about ancestral and generational bloodline, that may mean that there is something from you or this other individual person's childhood, or that was implanted in them from childhood, that is coming to completion. So now we have stop worrying, stressing, and doubting. The universe has your back. So you are divinely protected and guided and shielded at all times. This person and you may have had a separation period due to a divine intervention, but everything is divinely fated and destined to occur by divine design and in divine timing. So now we have acceptance and acknowledgement. Accept yourself fully, who it is that you are, and acknowledge the level of growth that you have ascended to, but also accept this person and where this connection has ended up at, and acknowledge your part in it, because you can't acknowledge something for someone else. Also, acknowledge the fact that you need to be mindful and continue to use discernment no matter who appears in your reality or your energy field, or even what you are moving through at any point in time in life. Now we have co-create with God and the divine. If you haven't been intentionally doing that, then that may indicate that you are being encouraged to do that. But when we co-create, more often than not, it is with God and the divine, and whatever, I want to say divine source, because not everybody believes in the same God, right? We all have different belief systems. So our last card here for these cards is joy, happiness, and fulfillment. This person feels as though you are that source of joy, happiness, and fulfillment. You may feel the same way about them, and when you come together, you will be that source for each other. Okay. We spoke about leading in love, but standing strong on your convictions. This is the card that was on the top of the deck. Oh, I went to go get the card from the bottom of the deck, and it's here. But also, this one was calling out to me just because of how we started this reading. So this one that's calling out to me says completely over the bullshit, and that's the adversity. You may be experiencing that in every area and walk of life, and you're ready to just throw in the towel and be like, you know what, I'm done. I don't have anything left in me to give to anything at all. But do be mindful, the divine has your back at all times, right? Embrace the glorious mess that you are. And what do we have? Life, love, and humans are messy. There is no rule book, right? So we are going to see what clarifying, validating messages, or messages specifically from this person that is showing up in your reading. I don't have physical features here or zodiac signs. I don't know if you saw or not, and I may have cut it out by the time you come to this part of the reading, but these cards flew out onto the floor. The first one we have here says wearing a mask. I'm not sure if I spoke about that here in this reading, but if you are viewing life from a jaded lens of perception due to the wounding, trauma, conditioning, and things that we hold on to, like past baggage, that essentially will allow for us to be coming from a false self, and sometimes even have imposter syndrome. But those things are an illusion. This person may be wearing a mask. They may come in and try to hit you with those smooth vibes and breadcrumb you in a certain regard, but also you may be wearing a mask and just have those burdens that need to be released. Your only job is to keep your heart open and be in receptive mode. So there you go. You don't have to release anything, is what it's saying, but allow for yourself to be in receptive mode. I know that that's hard when you have experienced great adversity. You have like these gatekeeper walls around you and being vulnerable, around allowing for yourself to fully be open and even your heart. But remember, lead in love, but stand strong on your convictions. If this person's coming in on some fugazi vibes, you're going to be able to pick up on that, right? This reading overall has been wonderful, though. I don't feel anything that's not high level value here. So now we have healing comes in waves. Have patience with yourself and counterpart as you ascend your healing journey. Yeah, so we think sometimes that healing just happens like that. It doesn't. Most especially if we don't even know where to begin, how to process, and where things are rooted. External influences are blocking this connection. So there may be a third party. The third party may even be work obligations. So let's see if we can ask specifically to our spirit team, what are the external influences that are blocking this connection? On the top of the deck, it did say fumble. So I don't know if someone fumbled you in the past or if that may be occurring within the next 2-week time frame. You may even fumble this person if they come in and they're not coming correct. So now we have you are incomparable and unforgettable. That continues to come for the signs. And Unforgettable by Nat King Cole may have aligning lyrics if you care to do a deeper dive. I love when I catch you looking at me. That is also a message that continues coming through. And again, with the remote viewing, they are studying you as a way to know you better. So they see you and they see you looking at them while they are remote viewing you, or if you're a content creator, they are watching you as well. If they are a content creator, you are watching them. Do take the messages that are relevant. Now we have someone dreams of having the extended version of you but is unwilling or able to do the required necessary work. So they have to dive in and introspect, process the things that are no longer working, release the burdens and baggage, conditioning, and all of the things that no longer serve so that they can reach you and meet you in the right balanced, aligned energy. It cannot be that one of you is doing the inner work that is necessary and the other just wants the extended version. It's never going to be equal. You'll be up here and this person will be down here until they do the work to where you can reach each other on the same vibrational frequency. And that's not always easy to have the cognitive awareness of. So now we have you are absolutely beautiful. And this was the first message of clarifying and validating messages that I received in the earth signs. So if the earth signs seem to be calling to you, you may tune in there. There may be more messages in that reading as well. I want to make timeless, priceless memories that span lifetimes with you. That is so special and deep, and that may be a shared togetherness. Person wants to bring you a whole new world, or you may be experiencing a whole new world when you're brought into union or reunion with this person. This was on the top of the deck. I was feeling the call to pull more zodiac signs, but when I saw this really lit something up within me, though the next card is actually a zodiac sign. And I don't believe in coincidences. If I'm called to do something, if a channeled message comes through, if I'm feeling, the messages from my divine spirit team and guidance system, I have to remain true to that. So again, do only take what is resonant. So now we have 3-4 Aries, March 21st to April 19th. I don't recall if it was this reading or the one prior, but I did misspeak and I did say March when I was intending to speak about July. That may hold resonance as something that may have been beginning to be manifested within this season. But the number 3 in tarot aligns with the energy of growth, creativity, and collaboration. The number 4, stability, structure, foundation, and pause. So even in this time period or season, you may have been finding the stability, the foundation, and the structure, and have had to take a pause in order to reassess, reevaluate, process, and come back into alignment with yourself and the divine. But those are good messages to receive. So we have Aries and we have Leo. Leo is coming up in the end of July, so be mindful. Remember, this represented reflection, internal work, and perseverance, action, movement, mastery, and personal power. So you'll be moving from that adversity and leaving the overwhelm, and you'll be moving into actioning what is possible for you. But again, these zodiac signs may align to people that are in your energy field. So let's see what other clarifying and validating. Whoa, okay. Explore childhood dormant dreams. So when you explore your childhood dormant dreams, that also offers you a sense of healing your inner child. But that may bring you to a dream that you may have been putting on the back burner, and that may even bring you to alignment with this person. So I can't believe that was upside down. You're overqualified for the position, and the divine is protecting you because you're not in alignment. So again, there with this person that has the inner work that still needs to be done, you're not going to be brought into alignment until they are able to reach and meet you where you're at. I'm just going to see if I can get a few more here. I don't want to go too long. I'm not sure exactly how long I have before my phone starts to die, but I want to give you the same level of respect that I did the earth signs. So we did get more than one here. I'm going to see if we can get through this. I love the fact that this person wants to make those timeless, priceless memories that span lifetimes. That's deep. And that may even indicate that this is like a homegrown love built from the ground up. And oh my gosh, well, this says ground your energy, but I do have a message that comes in like that, like these messages here. And it does say homegrown love built from the ground up. Those are the exact words that are on the card. And when that comes up in my readings, I reference Dan and Shay, which are artists that actually sang a song called From the Ground Up. And the level of depth of that those lyrics hold in that song hit soul deep. Deepest soul level. So now we have, you were born unique and different. Therefore, you were not created to do the same kind of work as everyone else. Have I been speaking about that? And about how you've been different and you're created to be different on purpose for a reason? Well, now here's the validation and clarification. You're not going to be doing the same kind of work that everyone else is doing, or you're not going to be working a 9 to 5. You may be the game changer in this world when you guys are brought together to show others that, yes, this is an unconventional bond, but also we can live unconventionally. We can be an entrepreneur and the boss of our own self and our lives. We don't have to allow for anyone else to have that sense of title or control over us. Now we have radical self-love. So lean in on that inner well of working through what is no longer serving you, because that is also a form of radical self-love. But within this 2-week time frame, make sure you are filling your own love cup up. Remember, with that love, joy, happiness, that will bring you the fulfillment that you are requiring and intending from the inner well of yourself without relying on the responsibility of this person or someone else. You want to make sure as well that you are giving from your abundant overflow, therefore not depleting your own innate energy supply. So now we have cold-hearted and avoid conflict. This person may be an avoidant, and again, with the level of depth that you hold with one another in terms of connection, and the fact that you have worked through the things that you have needed to and they have not. They may be emotionally immature. A work obligation may have kept them from healing, and it may even be a cycle that they are overcoming. Remember, the 9-year cycles are completing. So when I spoke about the ancestral generational cycle, that may have been this person, and they may have been witnessing their parents or guardians avoiding conflict and throwing themselves into work, and they may not be in the soft-hearted place and state because of the obligation that is required there. And it may have been a defense mechanism, or even they may be responsible for actually support children, an ex-partner, or even a parent. So that's heavy, and that's not easy as well to navigate or overcome. I said this, I don't know how many times in this reading, shared togetherness. So many of these messages coming through are for both of you. And if it's a twin flame or soulmate, we're not going to be receiving that here. But more often than not, you are mirrors of one another. So now we have don't settle for less. So don't let this person come in on some breadcrumbing vibes. If you have to let them do that, let them do that. And then when you don't respond, then they will either have the overstanding that they need to come correct and address you in the way that they should have from the beginning, or they will leave your energy field altogether. But these last two messages are so special, and they continue to come out just in my regular readings. You are my greatest and sweetest escape. So anytime this person has moments to reflect, to process, to remote view, to study you, they're doing everything that is possible so that they can come in correct, either energetically or physically speaking. Our last message here is, you are my guiding star. We didn't get that there was going to be a reunion, communication, or an incoming apology, but irregardless to whatever this person may be going through while they are in the darkness, you are their guiding light and that guiding star, again with the shared togetherness. So you may both actually be starseed light warriors and workers in a certain regard. This may be you know what, I'm not going to say what it may be because I don't want to interject with things that did not come through. But for one or more of you, because I've been speaking about work, this person may be interconnected with work. Did we have that message come through? I can't recall in this reading or not, but I do know that the reading prior with the earth signs did speak about that, and that energy is still kind of flowing through this reading. That I told you that there were messages that aligned with that reading. So do be mindful of that. Let's see what's on the top and the bottom of this deck. I want to travel, explore, and play with you. That message continues to come up as well. So the fact again that I've been speaking about work, this person may travel for work and they want to explore you and explore an adventure and discover new things and new territories about one another as well. You know, just experience the cultural differences there and have fun and be in lighthearted, free-flowing energy, even though they're working, you know, to find that balance between work and play. Okay, so this was on the bottom, and this does say that communication is coming. So can we clarify communication is coming, please, spirit guides? Wow, this was a lot more than what I was expected to receive here. I'm going to go through these quickly, like just boom, 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 boom. You use your intuitive guidance as to how they may align. So this one says take a risk. So step out of comfort, take a risk. Unequal balance, we know that because of the inner work that they still have to do. Divine intervention because of the unequal balance and the burdens and past baggage that needs to be released. With you, my soul is content and my heart is at peace. You're all I'll ever need. They want to be your peace. Remember with the ART message that came through, but you are their peace as well. You turn me on like no other. There are many green, blue, and purple messages coming through. They may be aligned to a chakra that has a blockage for one or both of you. We have dive in deep. This was a soul deep infinite bond. Past baggage may be the external blockage. You and me together through the days and nights. I don't worry because everything's going to be all right. Self-sabotage. So this person that's wearing the false mask may have sabotaged this connection, but there was a divine intervention on purpose because the divine didn't want you to be hurt anymore, or even this other person. So now we have yes. So within this 2-week time frame, you will be receiving communication from this person. There's no doubt about it. Now we have growth mindset. They need to move into the growth mindset of themselves. You are the music in me. So this person, again, when I spoke about artistry, they may be musically inclined. You may both in different skill sets and then come together and again be that game-changing power couple that shows humanity unconditional love, but also that you are able to meet and reach the collective humanity in a way that others were not able to prior. So thank you for joining me here, air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. I just wanted to mention that you are to use discernment, meditate and pray on any messages or readings received. You may find me on YouTube only at Sacred Love 8. If you are interested in a mini personal extended reading or to offer me a tip, you may do so at ko-fi.com/sacredlove. Comments have been turned off due to trolls and spam, and I will never reach out to you. Thank you for joining me here, and just do be mindful of what can transpire for you over the next 2 weeks.